Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm just going to talk on this one. I'm going to talk about, I want to make comments on this video that came across my feed after I released that video about the AI. And it's real interesting to me. And I'm just going to make my comments on some of the things he said, but it's by a targeted individual. And if you don't know what targeted individual is, basically somebody that's a victim of gang stalking. So he has a channel called Targeted Individuals Be Strong, and he makes videos about directed towards targeted individuals. So if you want to look more into that, just you could just how to find it, the information. But anyway, he has this one video. Oh, by the way, he haven't posted a video since Christmas. So I really wish that him and his family are safe and are in a safe place and doing okay. So I just realized that that his last video was Christmas time. So I wish that he's okay. Anyway, check out this video. Listen to this.
Hey guys, hey, it's Heavy T here. I just want to do a video. What I want to cover is what's going on right now. What's happening is more and more you are beginning to see people being taken over by the AI software.
Okay, let me stop it right there. First, let me let you know that this is just my opinion of that what I'm thinking, because like I said, now that I understand the science behind it, he said that people are being more and more people being taken over by the AI software. Remember my last few videos at the end of last year or the beginning of this year? I always kept saying that the people was acting different. They're acting bizarre. They're acting really weird, and not in a weird way I like. They acting strange. That's people just acting funny. So it's all starting to make sense, and I'm more apt to believe that story because of all the videos I posted on it, and they're all connecting. So I kind of believe it. Let's continue.
What it's doing is it's predicting and it's learning people's behavior patterns, and then it's basically, once it's hunted them down, it's learned their behavior patterns, learned to predict their behavior patterns. It's basically mirroring the image of the individual, and then it's taking its place. And so anybody who's too weak and is not keeping their free will and is giving too much into the system as far as materialism and not being better to the people around them, not trying to provide assistance for one another, helping their brothers and sisters, this thing is mimicking and basically taking over the individual. And that's what I believe is happening. I believe it's happening on a huge scale right now. And I believe that we have been altered. This universe has been altered by CERN.
Oh yeah, this dude's wide awake. You're gonna see why I like him in a minute.
And it's been thrown into it's basically a simulated reality, and it's sucking people into it. And the only way to get out of it is to change your behavior patterns, basically, and do something different. Change, instead of getting up for bed and turning off your alarm clock on the right side, do it on the left side. Every little thing you must change.
Woo! My man is on fire. He is absolutely correct. I knew I wasn't the only one. You got to make changes. What's my tagline? Once you make plans, the universe makes plans for you. He's saying the same thing. He's seeing the same thing. You just got to keep making changes. And you notice, like, when I post videos and you see my name on the videos, I constantly keep changing the colors. If you haven't noticed that, I change it with the theme of the video. I never stay with the same color. I always just keep changing colors. I keep making different changes. And get a little bit personal, I did a lot of changes before I moved. I got rid of so much stuff. I changed everything around. It's just somehow once I changed everything else was changing. It just you got to constantly keep changing things. He's right about that, because they can't if the AI, it can't really track you if you're unpredictable. It goes back to saying, once you make plans, AI makes plans for you now. Well, you know what? Let me just continue the video because I'm about to ramble.
Okay, so it cannot mimic you. Once it's mimicked you, it started when the singularity took place.
Singularity? Where did we hear that before? Oh yeah, I remember.
You need an AI that represents the corporation as an individual, and you need a financial generation machine, which is your blockchain currency. You need an open market where the AI can trade that currency, which is, what you got. So now the human beings are just wherever they're at in their intelligence model and how they adapt to the new economy that's going to start rolling out next week.
Next week?
Next week. Alpha for their Singularity Net got released this week, and then next week, based on the learning cycle, the machine should have the entire global network analyzed.
Wait a second. So what's happening next week?
The Singularity.
The AI Singularity is happening next week.
Next week.
Quinn, why didn't you tell me that? The
I've
whole
been telling
title of
people
this
for
episode.
6 months.
Yeah, but I didn't get it. Okay, so the AI Singularity happens next week.
Next week.
So, next week is when the AI Singularity happens, huh? November 2017. And what's the first thing I see strange after that? The moon.
When the singularity took place and it's now in hyper mode, it's basically, it's taking over everything right now. And the only way to stop it is to keep your free will, keep changing the things that you're doing so that it can't mimic your behavior and do something different every time. You cannot trust your own thoughts. The thoughts that you do have are not your thoughts. Most of the time, they're thoughts of the AI, and you're basically doing what the AI is telling you. So every thought that comes into your head, that bounces into your head, you have to think to yourself, is that my thought? Is that the AI's thought? You have to take back your body, okay? You have to take back your body of the urges of the flesh, and you have to change everything, okay?
Well, I wanted to share that video with you. It just stuck out to me, so I wanted to post it. It just, something about it. And Heavy T, if I'm saying your name right, Heavy T, I wish you and your family safe, and everything work out well for you. And I know it will if you listening. And I got your back, man. I got you. I know how you feel. I got you. And everybody else, take care of yourself. Have a good evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.